Hello wild people, welcome to AK Wild One. Can you make tastier, more nutritious freeze-dried meals than these guys? Well, let's find out. Thank you for tuning in. Recently, Flash and I purchased a medium Blue Alpine freeze dryer so we can make our own backpacking, hiking, and river trip meals. As you may have noticed in past episodes, I like to make my own breakfast granola and energy bars, so now I've moved on to preparing my own outdoor dinners. So the first thing to realize is that I'm not affiliated with Blue Alpine in any way, and I'm not going to endorse this product for at least a year until it's proven itself to me. One of the reasons I chose this Blue Alpine freeze dryer is my very good friend's son works at the company as a welder, and he spoke highly about the machines and guided me through the purchase. I also like that these machines are built here in the good old US in St. Anthony, Idaho, and they do not outsource their customer service or use AI. Customer service is rural Idaho friendly, and you can continue to use customer service for simple questions even after your warranty expires. One of the winning features of the Blue Alpine is its faster cycle times, user-friendly maintenance, and solid online reviews. It uses a standard 110 plug that works with a 15 amp breaker, but a 20 amp breaker is required for the larger models. Blue Alpine offers a 1-year warranty on any component and a 3-year warranty on the refrigeration part of the machine. A freeze dryer should last you about 15 years. The life of a pump depends on how you treat it, particularly how often you change the oil. Generally, you might have to replace the pump every few years. My purchase came with a freeze dryer, a vacuum pump, a full set of 5 trays and mats, 50 Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers, an impulse sealer, and some tools for basic maintenance. The freeze dryer is made from extruded aluminum and it's very strong. The company actually parked a truck on top of 4 freeze dryers, one underneath each tire, to show its strength. The fittings and hoses are simple to replace and use. So how does a freeze dryer work? Well, a freeze dryer gently removes water from your food. It freezes the food, causing water to leave the food through the process of sublimation rather than boiling off, and reducing the food's water content to about 1 to 2%. It's an effective way to preserve and dry your food with minimal nutritional loss, which is estimated at between only 5 and 10%. This machine can handle about 6 to 10 pounds of food across 5 trays. So for us, that's 5 dehydrated meals. Freeze-dried meals can last up to 30 years, which is pretty trivial to me because I don't expect to be backpacking when I make it to 96. And even if I were fortunate enough to do so, I don't think I would be packing 30-year-old food with me. By then, I fully expect to have a robot or a contract with Uber to just cater and deliver my backpacking meals on the trail via drone. On Blue Alpine's website, they have episodes on how to freeze dry fruits, ice cream, meat, eggs, Thanksgiving meals, fish, shrimp, cheesecake, pumpkin pie, gummy bears, plenty of other items, and most mystifying to me, weeds. Well, anyway, so here are the reasons we decided to purchase a freeze dryer. Number 1, the ability to make healthier food. As an older backpacker, I realized that eating well is essential to staying fit, maintaining a good attitude, and keeping overall stamina on the trail. Most long-distance backpackers struggle to find enough veggies and fruits. So now I can take care of this because I get to prepare my own meals. So for example, I plan to make some fettuccine dinners and some moose chili dinners later in this episode. Since my taste buds tend to go on a hiatus during backpacking trips, now I can put broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, or kale into my dinners, even though they don't really complement the cuisine. When I'm on the trail, my normal sensibilities about what food best complements the other goes out the window. Sardines, Fritos, even refried beans for dessert hardly get a second thought. With my own meals, at least I know I'm getting healthy vitamins and minerals from veggies. The second reason I purchased a freeze dryer is now I have more creative control. Now we can make meals that include what we have in abundance in our Alaska lives, mainly salmon and moose. I mentioned my moose chili, but now Flash and I are going to come up with some salmon, veggie, and rice dishes. Flash would eat salmon for every dinner if she could, so now we can take our wild game and make dinners out of it. The third reason, it's more of a question: do you save money when you buy a freeze dryer? Honestly, I don't see this as a money maker in the short term. So let's do the math together. The variable costs for making a batch of dehydrated meals are the food itself, electricity, Mylar storage bags, and oil for the machine, which you need to filter and change regularly. So let's say food costs $4 a bag, and the next expense is electricity, and these machines run on a 24 to 48 hour cycle. So that costs me about $4 a cycle. Okay, let's fudge that with a little creative math and say that electricity costs about $1 a meal, and oil and Mylar bags, let's say another $1 a meal. So for our meal, the variable cost is $6 a meal. The average cost of a good, solid, peak dehydrated meal, around $14. So I save about $8 per meal. Okay, so the basic cost of my Blue Alpine medium freeze dryer is $3,000. Let's see how many meals I have to make to break even. So we take $3,000 divided by $8 and we get 375 meals. So theoretically, two people who freeze dry all their dinners for a long distance hike, let's say the Continental Divide Trail, and you're on the trail for 6 months, let's just say 180 days, and you don't even eat town food. That's kind of unimaginable, but let's just pretend. So you make 180 dinners for two people on the Continental Divide Trail. That's 360 meals. And so pretty close, you could break even after a long distance hike, but probably not. So 360 meals comes close to the 370 meal break-even point for the freeze dryer. But that's kind of stretching it. So honestly, buying this machine doesn't necessarily make financial sense for me. Still, the ability to make healthier food and have creative control over my meals makes up for it. The fourth point is, owning a freeze dryer can also give me a level of food security in the event of shortages or a catastrophic event that affects America's supply lines. Now I know there are people who go crazy about this kind of thing, the doomsayers and the preppers and the crazy-eyed survivalists, my people, who build up 5-year supplies in anticipation of civilization's collapse. I'm not like that. I don't mind having a couple months of supply of food to get me through a cold spell or a trip to town. I'm not one of those guys who stockpiles years of food in preparation for the apocalypse. Such a practice would, after all, put a damper on my otherwise sunny disposition. So let's go ahead and try a couple of meals. First up is my fettuccine meal with Brussels sprouts. So I'm going to take the food trays into the cabin and load it up with fettuccine and Brussels sprouts. Close the freeze dryer. And supposed to close the valve. All the water will come out of that at the end. So, okay, you're going to go to Quick Start. And going to go to Recipes. And go to Meat. And I'm going to hit Continue. Ensure that the door is shut and the drain valve is closed. I've done that. And there we go. All right. And this is in my garage, of course, and I don't want it in my house because it would make a lot of noise. So it's going to take a while. Okay, I'm going to try some of my fettuccine with Brussels sprouts. So let's eat a Brussels sprout. Wow, that's really good. I can't tell. I can't tell the difference between a fresh one and the fettuccine. Boy, these Brussels sprouts sure make a difference. Very tasty. Definitely a home run on the first time out. So yes, I guess to answer the first question I posed at the beginning of the video is, you can make as tasty and nutritious food as the big boys. Just requires a little bit of effort and a little bit of money to get a freeze dryer. Well, I fully expect to make some more episode on freeze-dried foods for backpacking. And like I said, it's too early to make an endorsement for this Blue Alpine freeze dryer. What I do like is how helpful and friendly the people are at this company, and the fact that these freeze dryers are built in America in a little town in Idaho. They have a rocking website with awesome content. So feel free to check out Blue Alpine on YouTube. Well, wild people, I hope you found this episode interesting, so please hit that subscribe and like button, and leave a comment if you have any tips about freeze drying your own meals. I'm going to leave you with, well, some food clips from the trail, including Pie Town in New Mexico along the Continental Divide Trail, certain to leave you hungry. And so, until we meet again, live wildly, my friends.